Yo, 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 what's going on? Yo, we are back, boys. What is up? What's going on? Let me see the stream. Let me see the stream. Let me see the stream. How's it going? How's it going? All right, stream's going good. Stream's up. Everything's good. Everything's rolling. What's up, boys? Recap. Chihiro's dead. We're investigating who it is. Let's see. The Monokuma file. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Alright, let's work our way from right to left. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? I need to get stronger? Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it. But she was a girl, after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Mondo's account. Alright, let's see this. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a bloodstain. This is a bloodstain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean the dumbbell was actually the murder weapon? Right. I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Locker room dumbbell has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light. That is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So, I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. Well, instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However.
Perhaps. But it's too difficult for me to image she would have come along. Abrupt. She did want to start exercising, but she was specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret? But that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Sakura's account. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to go check every aspect of this case. That's true, but...
Let's go.
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Wait, no, I still want to investigate, bruh. So, this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out yourself. It's no time for you. It's no fun if you don't know, right? If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with that? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
He called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's about It's just about the card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the doors is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words...
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
Such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay close attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole? But in order to borrow from someone, then that means someone would have had to loan it. So,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental facilities, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Damn. Okay. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out myself? The hunk of metal blocking the entrance seems like some kind of machine. Surveillance camera, and there's what I can only assume to be a gun attached to it. It's so chilling. Jesus Christ, so much bass. A surveillance camera, and there's okay. It's an e-handbook? No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So you finally found them, huh? Did you know these were here by Akuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I merely turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Oh shit, Sayaka. You're right! This is Sayaka's handbook! Now you do understand. This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Yeah. I see. Yeah, now I understand.
What?
Hold on a second. What's
Very
wrong?
strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? What is it? The other handbooks show up Junko's name here when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs? Oh yeah. The memory of it came flooding back. The cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Now I'm
Hey! What? Daddy Handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with. It wouldn't do crap. It wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know, what I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? What did you mean by that, Biokuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then, you truly believe Genocide Jack is one of the...
Repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit of the case. The murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I could show you. What do you mean by that? Oh my god.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Oh. Wait a minute, what? I always forget you can talk after.
Don't make me repeat.
I have the bias to believe it. I assure Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This is where I'll provide all the evidence.
It's all
you need.
clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that. Ah, hey, you two! Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play
We're
with
busy.
you.
Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's just it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me. Motherfucker. What's up, Hina?
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, you gotta go help me. Calm down, okay,
I
Hina?
mean...
But it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very
Since
strange.
it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her.
Don't make me
sure?
repeat myself.
Don't make me repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us,
Let's
Hina.
go. Such ignorance.
You're talking to the wrong person to waste of space. Okay, I guess. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Oh. Okay, well, case closed. What was that? Dude, acted like that the whole time. When it rang a little while ago. Drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her down. Did she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered your hero? Is that why Toko's got scared? So Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Dude, it's definitely Toko now. She just said she's Genocide Jack. This game thinks I'm dumb. This dude is tall. Hey, Byakuya, think you could ask her to come out of her room? I mean,
That's fine.
sure, whatever. Huh? You gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Well, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. A few moments.
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're so annoying. Bakula.
It's Byakuya.
Byakuya. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control of her again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we could do. Let's go back to the investigation. But hold on. Hey Byakuya. What was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise. Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on you.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, by Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Dude, Byakuya, you're gonna try to kill me, bro. It's you and Toko going on that together, bro. Is the evidence that proves Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Don't make me.
Bro. Hey, baby. Knock it off. What does a desktop matter right now? I don't know. It's a knockoff, right? Hurry up and go inside. On here?
Let's go.
It'll make sense once you're inside. Dude, he's gonna try to kill me here, bro. Whoa, there are so many bugs and fires. And so much dust,
So, in
too.
other words,
I would say that that's enough value in this place to endure the dust.
that's enough.
Dangerous? It's all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth from a common... You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones that with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared, if you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? So what do I check, bro? This box? What box? It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it is. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. And such, huh? Huh? It's a desktop. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw by Kuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with the lamp? It was just before, and it's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Yeah, I don't know what I should be looking for. All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect. Bro, I don't know what to be looking for, my dad. The selfish self-type with files. Without really thinking about it, I just picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file, huh?
That's right.
That's a report of a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling what whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. So are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's the home of classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit in your preconceived reality, you label it as a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much hopes Peak truly wields. Perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider unusual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So, whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's an excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about this aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting their victims. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted to in this fashion. How could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite
So, in other words...
The culprit is a copycat killer. Isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That's right. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. The Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us. Among us!
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? I just managed to ferret one clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Okay. So I don't know what to do now. I'm by Byakuya. What about the Jack file case? Could you let me see?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay with this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos of the scenes of each crime had been all collected. Jesus! The names of Jedi Jackals ran on several pages. Ken Haridana, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Soji Gaku, 23. Kano Aisi, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Kometsu Taro, Takeshiro Gano, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yumejima. There was no end to it. But one thing that became clear was read, all the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in the exact same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another estimate. Take the next page. Following results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killing took place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the subject may be a student. Evidence suggests that the subject lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from this dissociative identities disorder.
So, in other words,
the key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. Oh, you can press L1? That's crazy. Oh, you can put it as auto? But this is one of those ones that we will then, I think tilt now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Dude, I didn't know you could put it on auto. That's crazy.
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going. Huh? Where are we going? Anyway, anywhere but here. We're finished our business here. Anyway, wait. Byakuya. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play
on.
with you.
Enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues about thanks to him. Just check. He's the one that killed Chihiro, and the murderous fate is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go. Investigate one more time. I have to go back to the room where the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check out the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some good info I might find useful. Well, while I'm at it, I need to find out everything I can. Well, we find out some very interesting things. The things we found out with Byakuya was the card reader, the main hall ebooks, the broken ebook, and Genocide Jack case file. So right now, I believe that it is Toko because she has the tendencies of split personality, and something that this game does is that it tells you who the person is straight off, and it makes you pretend. It pretends that we're dumb, but I'm not. So I'm pretty sure it's Toko, but I'm pretty sure Toko and Byakuya are in it together. So that's what's going on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee and get water. Be right back. Alright guys, I am back. Sorry for that. Use the bathroom, got water. Now I have been fully lubed up. My throat, I mean. Does anyone just put lube on themselves and just doesn't have sex? They just like put it on just to put it on. Why am I asking these questions? I don't know. Okay. First of all, to the locker rooms we go. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to talk to everyone, and I'm not going to miss anywhere. So I'm going to talk to everyone, and yeah. and we go to every room.
Da 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 da!
Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat, a crease for me. Evidence. What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it.
But I
I'm
guarantee
sure of
that
it.
what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah. Miss Lunenburg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile, though, too. Really? What did she see?
Well,
She refused to
it
tell me.
would
It
seem...
was like a girl's bullies to... It was when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so... Where is Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Alright, let's go back into the crime scene and actually check. Alright. What's up, guys? How's it going? Miss me? Miss me? Miss me? What's up, man? Hey, Kyoko. That's what he says. Have you made any progress on your
Indeed.
investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Really? Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You may want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worthwhile worrying about. Chihiro's e-handbook has been added to the true bullet section of your handbook. I'll let you look over it again. There's a big bloodstain on the dump pile on the floor. The Monaco file? Yes. Everything is alright. Here. There was a bloodstain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murderer. It's the bloodstain poster. It's the bloodstain poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part of it, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl locker room.
I see that you're a
Bruh. Alright, let's see this. The word bloodlust is written on the blow. Yes, I checked. Alright, I already talked to Sakura. Let's think this. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I'd better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. That's not rope, that's an extension cord. That's an extension cord. The rope was used to prop herself up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her? That's right. There's an issue of her being suspended at the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again, looking through the Genocide Jack file, something not quite right. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Genocide Jack? Suspected Genocide Jack victims include Ken Harada, Tetsuhiro Honda and Soji Gaku, among countless others. They were killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall, where blood was found at the scene of each crime within blood. Profiling indicates the killer is likely a student suffering from a split personality. Alright.
Damn. No forgiveness!
To target such a helpless being is unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this! Alright, that is it. Well, now I'm going to check literally every single place in the school. Literally every single place. We're going to the library, we're going to the warehouse. That's where we're going. What the hell? Huh? This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Who knows more about the... What is this? Strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet. What is this? Dude, that looks like poop, bro. Somebody farted. Somebody farted, bro. What the hell is this? Nothing. Guess not. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nope. Nothing. Guess not. But why would the posters be switched? Why would the poster be switched?
Da, 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 da.
Ding, ding, ding.
I feel.
Well, it was...
Okay, let's dip. What? So there's still more left for me to discover. Huh? Still more. There's still more to discover. Motherfucker. Maybe I have to go into the girls' locker room? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna scan everything. Wait, what? Wait a minute, what? Okay, okay. Sorry about that. I skipped all that. You spend a lot of time exercising in the little room, right? Yeah. Right, Sakura? Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah, I should talk to Sakura. Sorry about this, guys. I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then, let me ask you something. Did you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched? Sorry, I can't really say. I don't really pay attention to the posters I see. But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. So, we have protein coffee? In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee. I down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stains on the carpet. Exactly, I noticed earlier. The stain had disappeared. I only assume someone came along and cleaned it, but still, it's usually clean. Isn't it unusually clean, as if they're never stained. Disappearing stain has been added. Damn. Damn. So okay. So something is going on. Something is going on here, and I don't like it one bit. Whoa. I'm sorry, guys. Even though I don't need to, I'm going to check every room. Here, I need to check here. Huh? The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely working. Oh, yeah, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Library desk lamp. Damn, so, okay, so now we have that. Alright, we're going to check out everything. Messman's motive. If we can, okay. Already has to be in here then. Oh, that's God. Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would have did something like that, I think of only anyone but Byakuya. Wait, say it again? Genocide Jack's case file is gone. Alright, let's dip. Pretty sure that's enough. We have to find Byakuya and ask him about this. Alright. All the way down here. Oh, it's a little bear. Alright. Down to the first floor, to the dorms, and to the school. We are going to find out who killed him, and I think it's Toko and Byakuya. Yo, who in here, bruh? Nobody? Anybody at all? Anybody in the gym? Anybody? Hero? No one? Nope, no one's in the gym. Believe no one's at the gym. No one's at the gym. Oh, hey, Hero.
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
What's up? Oh, I haven't been up to anything myself. That's for sure. Definitely I haven't looked inside the mailbox. There's a mailbox there on the side. Yeah. That's just there in case we didn't go on the trip with Byakuya.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's not because I wasn't strong enough. Hey, don't blame it on yourself, man. It's just... yeah, it's probably your fault. Oh yeah, map time. Is there anybody in the AV room? We shall see. Guess not. Oh yeah, anyone in 1A? Guess not. Anyone in 1B? This blackened belongs to us now. Secret baby. Anybody? Well, let's try the dying call. Damn, so many people are dying. Hey, what's up, Hina? Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out. And she just keeps on mumbling something about genocide Jack. So, I just left her there. You left her there? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah!
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created: outer space and donuts. Really? But I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come on, think of it. Who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Look at that. Didn't really hang out with other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura had said something earlier similar, but she said that that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you,
Yeah, totally.
Yup, it's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from the girls. What? What? Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh, wait, maybe she was just used to guys spoiling her. the law says you can't judge a book by its cover. You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Nice, we got her account. Is anyone here? Damn, bro. Now that I think about it, the school is so small. There's not that many people. I miss Leon. I miss Junko. I wish Junko didn't die so early. What the hell? Lockers. One of them was locked, but see anything inside. A massage chair. There's a massage chair. Maybe I'll use it once I get really tired. Fuck yes. Anyone in the baths? The sauna? No one? No one, no one. Damn. I love those. There's like no loading times. That's a cool thing about games like this. So many rooms. So little time. Alright. Now it's laundry. Anybody here? Alright, where's the warehouse? Miss Luthenberg? Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there are endless supplies to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most
I knew
unfortunate.
you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something? Very well, I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
She was right before it was right before this was right before nighttime. Dude, we saw her too, didn't we? We saw her too.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. It was just like she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken one odd rule, none of this would have happened. You can't. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag that said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Celeste's account. Are you serious? That's all the evidence? Are you serious?
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial!
Wait, I have all the evidence I need?
You remember where to meet. Please go through the red...
Being the class trial already? It's almost... I have all the evidence I need? Suckers. I guess I have all the evidence I need. Alright, we got 2 people watching, guys. Let's go into our clash trial numero dos.
What?
Like, is this all the evidence I need? I'm just curious. So, is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yo, Toko's not here.
Huh?
And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that nut job? Load nut job. She's a crucial part of the clash trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one minute, please. And just like that, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you wouldn't drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible.
Phew.
So now everyone's here, right? Okay, then hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we get going? It's no time. It's no time to find out. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I wanted to go to Togo's room again, but I guess I wouldn't find anything. I guess when I have all the evidence, the game just automatically puts me into the clash trial. Standing right here. Hey, Toko. Oh, guess what?
It's
Yes. Oh. I was gonna talk to Toko, but I guess not. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
very
Good,
nice.
good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
thrills,
Everyone,
chills,
please find your
kills.
assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly clash trial. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's just read out. Okay, we know this. Stalker's account, although Chiro only gets stronger if you decline implementation. Despite this, Chiro. Locker room dumbbell. Mondo's account. Chiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Card reader. Alright guys, I have 60. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed, effective during the bullet time battle. Increases your truth bullet rate of fire, effective during the non-stop debate and the bullet time battle final strike. Alright guys, let's go. Clash trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the
What do you mean add vocabulary?
class trial.
Oh, I fucked up,
So-
didn't I? I fucked up, didn't I?
Your votes will determine the results.
Did I fuck up?
Damn it, passed.
If you can figure out who done it, then
Damn.
only then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
It's fine. Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Let's talk about the murder weapon. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the as well. Alright, if I remember this, I want to change triangle to shoot. What buttons to speed down?
Chihiro's fatal. It appears it was a head. According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
But
Shoot!
listen, I'm new to this.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a... According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong!
That's wrong, dumbass. That's dumb.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Bruh.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. Oh yeah, I love tutorials. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. That your truth bullets will appear if they hit these. Will disappear if they hit these lines. So think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim with when you have a silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about your silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Oh, good luck and have fun.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong! I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Oh my god.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic. And it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
It's the hang.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case,
the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Just this dude went like, yeah, sure. And it's this bitch. I'm like, bruh.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why has this gotta be so complicated?
Hangman's Gambit. Oh. What? I don't understand. A what? Wait, we actually died?
Is this... I refuse to give up yet!
Whoa, I fucked up bad. Bro, I fucking suck at Hangman's Gambit, bro. Influence gauge, focus
This
gauge.
Hangman Gambit is a bit weird.
This Hangman Gambit is a little bit weird. I guess, yeah. Wait, so it's S.
Don't die, man.
I want Chi. Eesh. Oh, I died. Fuck! I don't know what it is.
I refuse to give up yet!
I fucking suck, dude. I don't know what it is. Schizo.
Now I understand!
Schizo?
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Bro, that was a sneeze. I don't know how that sounded on the stream. I'm sorry, that was a sneeze. Dude, that's dumb. Schizo?
Huh? I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have... what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
What did it sound like? Don't die, man. That C sound like a gunshot. Let me go back. Okay, let me go back. Let me fast forward all of this. Okay. And then Hangman's Gambit, I die. Hangman's Gambit, I die. Dude, that sounded like a gunshot, bro. That sounded like a gunshot for sure. What?
But bless you.
Dude, that sounded like a gunshot. Gunshot, yeah. Thank you. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality. It feels like my mic. It sounds like my mic is lower than the game, and if that's true, I'm sorry. The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality is
I got it!
her behavior change.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. Dude, we got 5 people watching. Let's go!
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Dude, the guy fucking voicing him sounds like a goddamn a cuck, bro. It's so funny. It's like, you have only yourself to blame. This is the like, bruh. Okay, you don't have to.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
Whoa.
But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Bruh. Damn, Toko was down bad. She only in it for the D, but now she's gonna get the D. Death.
That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Bruh. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Oh my god!
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Genocide Jill?
Yes! What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Bruh.
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko! That's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality! So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Hey, what that mouth do? What that mouth do?
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then, it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Honestly, bro.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all this. Dude, this goes hard, man. Task of the dead body. Wait.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, The modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Oh, it's the modus operandi.
Give it up. You killed her.
It's the modus operandi.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're...
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong. Dude, I think Byakuya just is like being super
Are
smart.
the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Hey, I'm not gonna stand here and let you talk shit about the chef, okay?
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of the Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims are stabbed through their hands. What was used to suspend her?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Bruh.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
They were all males.
There's a pattern there.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Hey, come on, man. Don't call her that, man.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Hinata, 32, I'm not reading all those names.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Bruh.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
Damn.
Does make some amount of sense.
Damn. You would have never expected the fucking serial killer to be not the one that's the culprit.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the...
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Ever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Jesus Christ.
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot! So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
Bro, can't we just have Genocide Jill? I don't like freaking Toko.
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Yes, and it's Byakuya.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Sure, hold on, there is one person. Damn, so early, bro. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is... Hey, buddy!
Here's my answer.
I found you.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I'd put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Bruh.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms. This suspicious, very suspicious indeed. When you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker rooms.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
How did you know?
Nothing strange about that.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then. What? Go ahead. Share with the...
You didn't know. Lots of debates. He didn't know. Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, then you'll memorize the weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer or lie or contradiction in the loaded bullets, you might want it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use it and make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In that case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Damn, look at Toko.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Ah!
Shoot!
So, you said Byakuya was but he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity that's
a natural...
The victim was Chihiro. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker. There was no time. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Here, let me take this first.
You said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found... but he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out...
That's a natural
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong!
Damn, this shit goes so in depth.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than...
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it's nothing.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incident. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Alright, let's think. I don't want to make one mistake.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
They get it away!
What? The difference? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, and I use those same... But, Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! Then there must be some...
Hey, Byakuya,
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Okay, thank God.
No, that's wrong!
See,
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time? went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this. I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
As if he's not even involved. Wait, no, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a sec? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Jiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept that Byakuya said, was true? No, I don't think so. Something... the scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been...
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, Byakuya never even realized that an actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey! Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
I got it!
This motherfucker.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is... the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Oh, yeah.
But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
I got it!
This.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have.
Let's go, Hero. Actually going in.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook!
It's Byakuya. I fucked up.
Shoot!
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
It's Byakuya.
Ah! I've got it!
Pretty sure it's him now.
She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the
Ah! I got. She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have.
No, I don't. She used the thing.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook!
What?
Shoot!
What?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer. I'm sure that would have.
No, I don't. She used the thing that.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong.
Damn, come on, Hero.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Bruh.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were
Hello,
broken,
Akuma.
that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer.
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killing the girls' locker room and Byakuya's... No. But still, I don't know what else I
Hold
could
on
do.
a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait! Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Bruh, are you serious?
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Bruh. So before I even knew what happened, what happened? Well, it looks like. What does it look like? Well, it looks like you're going to be like bruh. And where she took us, bruh.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Bruh.
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Oh, let's go.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Suck. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Bro, what's wrong, bro? Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled. Wait a minute. Is Chihiro a guy?
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
What?
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Well, I only have one thing to say. Bruh! Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Wow, that changes Bruh! I can't believe this.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Bro, Chihiro... Bro!
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, now I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
This is crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. Wow. I did not see that coming. I totally thought Chihiro was a girl.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
That's why, well, I guess he never wanted to go into the girls' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room, and the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Celeste, you're the ultimate gambler. You must know something about a poker face.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto.
What?
If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Oh my god.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
I got it!
So, crime scene. his hands halfway so his apparently broken. Or words, it'd have to be a guy. But that's still not enough time. Dude, I'm so confused now. I totally thought it was Byakuya. What was Celeste's account? Oh, yeah.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Shoot!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the killer? And only the
No, that's wrong.
Hey, good thing I missed. Good thing I missed. Good thing I missed. Good thing I missed.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto? This bitch is fucking...
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I gotta get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him,
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even get.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer...
Seriously?
Who is it?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some...
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's...
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
One second. Sorry to pause 1 second. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn the light off. Alright,
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific
keep hearing things.
tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing!
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black!
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks!
I have a white tracksuit, personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing!
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Wait a minute.
Shoot!
Wait a minute.
First of all, he was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean, I got it!
Wait a minute, Mondo.
So, what you're... The killer was wearing the same blue track...
Oh my god.
No, that's wrong.
Don't tell me it's you. Dude. How did you know it was a blue tracksuit?
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a tracksuit into a duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color, so why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact,
wow. Wow. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Wow.
Blue?
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Wow. Wow. That's okay.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm
sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was
Wow, man.
is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility! Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
He stuffed the jacket into the bag in a hurry. Oh, she was trying to hide it. Wow.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
I got it!
It's Chihiro's.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of...
That's
You can't
odd.
break it.
I didn't think the handbooks were quite so...
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken. As is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy mans. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, If you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You know who was in the sauna? Mondo and Taka. They were both in there. High heat. Trying to prove something to each other. Man.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Sir?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was... Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually, then that proves that what Makoto said.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
No, that's wrong! Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation?
Well, here's how. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if it's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong!
You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Damn. What is this? Damn, this is pretty fun. Alright. Damn. This is kind of hard. Is that him with the poster? Dude, I'm very confused right now. Dude, I'm super confused. This one's really hard. Okay. Here, let's take this one off. Alright, let's start from here. This is by Akuya. Dude, this is really hard. Dude, I'm having so much trouble with this.